Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and this is your stimulus check update for the next stimulus package for Monday, February 22nd. I hope everyone is off to a good and safe start to their Monday so far, and that you all have a wonderful week ahead. In this video, I'll be discussing updates in regards to the current relief package and the third stimulus check. I'll also be discussing the $1,400 direct payments, what we can expect this week as far as the reconciliation package goes, and then I'll be wrapping up this video by answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. But first, if you wouldn't mind real quickly liking this video, give me a big thumbs up. It really just helps with the YouTube algorithm in terms of pushing this video out to other viewers like you, and hopefully helping other people like you as well. Okay, so with the start of the new week, Congress looks to finally push this reconciliation package forward. Today, it looks like the House Budget Committee will be voting on the combined bill they put together that we saw just a few days ago. Now, there's really no question that they'll approve the markups they made to the bill. After they approve the markups, they'll send it off to the Rules Committee, where they'll start to make the final preparations to the bill. Once they finalize the bill and get it ready for a vote, it's Nancy Pelosi's hope that they'll have it on the floor by this Friday. Right now, and it's also expected they'll have these measures in the final bill, include stimulus checks of up to $1,400 per person for Americans earning up to $75,000 per year. Dependents over the age of 17 who missed out on the first two rounds will also be eligible for these payments as well. In total, this will cost taxpayers around $422 billion. Additionally, enhanced unemployment insurance benefits will be extended through the end of August at $400 per week. In order to do this, it'll cost around $246 billion. Moreover, they'll be spending around $350 billion for state and local governments and another $130 billion towards reopening K-12 schools. $160 billion will be spent to fight the virus, which includes vaccines, testing, and tracing. In total, all these things cost around $1.3 trillion, so of course there's around $600 billion left unaccounted for. These things I won't get into too much, at least during this video. In addition to those things I already mentioned, another big provision in this bill includes the increased child tax credit for parents. This would be a monthly benefit starting in July and would give parents an additional $300 per month for their children under the age of 6 and $250 per month for their children ages 6 to 17. So in total, parents would receive an additional $3,600 per year for children under the age of 6 and $3,000 for their children ages 6 to 17. Now, in order to get all these measures passed, Biden and Democrats are going to be fully relying on, well, themselves. This is because many Republicans believe they're spending way too much and on unnecessary measures. Representative Jason Smith is calling the reconciliation package an abusive process with a lot of reckless spending. Smith also said, instead of stimulus, I call it for what it is, the Biden bailout bill. Regardless, whatever Republicans may think, it's apparent Democrats really don't care, and they'll move forward this week with the bill. Again, it's expected the House will vote on and pass the reconciliation package at some point this week, most likely either on Friday or Saturday. After that, they'll send the bill off to the Senate, where they'll have just 2 weeks in order to pass it through their chamber. The goal, at the moment, is to have the bill passed in the Senate and on President Biden's desk by March 14th for his final signature. If they're able to do this, it's possible they can avoid people seeing a lapse in their unemployment benefits, as they're set to expire on the 14th of March. At this point, even though they are most definitely on track, they'll still need to get over some hurdles. One of these hurdles, of course, remains to be the provision in the bill that would increase the federal minimum wage up to $15 per hour. Other than the Byrd rule, they face some Democratic opposition in the Senate from Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema, and Jon Tester. Not only do these three believe that the measure won't survive the Byrd rule, but they also believe there should be some regional variation in the wage. For example, considering the cost of living is going to vary greatly depending where you live, it's hard to set a standard for the entire country. The cost of living in Los Angeles, California, for example, is much higher than the cost of living in Starkville, Mississippi. Regardless, progressive Democrats in Congress fully plan on fighting for this measure to stay in the bill until the bitter end. Representative Pramila Jayapal on CNN's State of the Union yesterday said that raising the federal minimum wage up to $15 an hour is absolutely essential and that she believes the Senate will do it. Another House Democrat, Andrew Khanna, also defended the increase in minimum wage, calling it very reasonable. Now, a recent study by the Congressional Budget Office showed that raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour would lift 900,000 people out of poverty. However, at the same time, it would also cost 1.4 million Americans to lose their jobs. So with all that said, and considering there's Democratic opposition to the bill, it's my best guess that this measure will eventually be removed. Until then, we will see progressive Democrats continue to fight it for political reasons, but in reality, it doesn't really stand much of a chance, and even President Biden knows it. So as they continue to fight over that measure, look for the House to pass the bill with the $15 per hour measure in it, then for the Senate to remove it. Now, if the Senate amends the bill that the House approves, they'll need to send it right back to the House for a final approval. From there, it'll be sent off to President Biden's desk, where he'll be able to sign it into law. So over the next few weeks, we should see a lot of action take place in Washington. In the meantime, all we can continue to do is hang in there, stay strong, and hope for the best. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm going to move right along to answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. And if you do have any other comments or questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I do try to answer as many of the comments and questions as I possibly can, but for those comments and questions I'm not able to respond to, I do try to pick some of the more popular ones to answer in the next video in video form. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into the first comment of this video, which is from Rebecca. Rebecca says, "Are kids getting stimulus money also?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, and yes, kids will be eligible for the upcoming $1,400 direct payments. Of course, these payments will actually be sent to their parents though, added to whatever they're already getting for themselves. So a married couple with one child, for example, would be receiving $4,200 in total. Okay, moving right along to the next comment to this video, which is from Keonti. Keonti says, "Hello, I have a question for my friend. Can someone who is 18 years old qualify for the $1,400 stimulus check if she is receiving SSI and not filing taxes?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, and yes, in this case, your friend will definitely be eligible for the next direct payment. Not only that, but your friend should have also received the first two payments, as the only thing that would have made her ineligible is if she was being claimed as a dependent. Unfortunately, in that case, not only would she not have been eligible for the first two payments because of her dependent status, but her parents would have also not received anything because of her being over the age of 17. Alright, moving along to the next comment of this video, which is from Arthur. Arthur says, "My $600 payment came on my Direct Express card. Can I get it changed to my bank?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, Arthur, and possibly. Since it sounds like you're more than likely receiving your benefits on your Direct Express card, that's why you're also receiving the direct payments on this card as well. However, if the IRS decides to open their payment portal for a few days before sending out the next round of payments, you may have a small chance to update your preferred payment method. Unfortunately, for the second round, they didn't give anyone a chance to update their banking information, so it's unclear whether or not they'll give everyone a chance to do so this time around. Now, it is definitely my hope that they will, considering that it's been almost 1 year since sending out the first round, and a lot of people by now have switched banks. With that said, on this issue, I'll definitely make sure to keep you updated. Okay, moving right along to the next comment of this video, which is from Tina. Tina says, "I received my stimulus check, but my children who are under the age of 17 did not. What do I do?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, Tina. And first off, I'm incredibly sorry that you didn't receive the money for your dependents. I know how frustrating that must be. Secondly, you're definitely not alone, as many others never received the money for their dependents either. In this case, what you'll need to do is claim the money you missed out on as a credit on the tax returns that you filed this year. So if you have 2 children under the age of 17, for example, then you can claim $1,200 as a recovery rebate credit. Even though I'm sure you would have much rather received this money faster attached to your direct payment, receiving it as a tax refund will certainly be better than never receiving it at all. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you did enjoy the content in this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It is completely free to do so, and it's a great support to me. Also, if you'd like to receive 4 free stocks from Webull, with 2 of them valued all the way up to $1,600 each, or 1 free stock from Robinhood just for signing up and linking your bank account, please feel free to claim those free stocks by clicking the link in the description box below. And finally, if you join Rakuten with my referral link in the description box below and spend at least $20, Rakuten will give you $20 cash back. This means that you can buy an item through Rakuten with one of their referral links, such as Nike, for $20, and Rakuten will give you $20 just for making that purchase. This is just an incredible deal that we'd love for everyone to take advantage of. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a great day today.